Recording in may be used against you.
Okay. Are there any small ways? I feel like we're getting deeper for a small way. Okay.
Real estate. About halfway through, great choice.
Okay, so we're gonna start on our backs. Guys, have your weights by your side, have your squishy ball underneath your feet. Just like that. All right. So have your weights kind of within arm's reach, and you give you an option to use those. But for now, feet on top of the ball, palms face up, and find your neutral here. So feel the back of your head is heavy, your collarbones are wide, your shoulder blades are flat against the mat. Those ribs at the front of your body are kind of drawing in towards one another. But that little space behind your lumbar spine, tailbone is tipping away from you. And let's just start with our inner thighs, so squeeze them right together, hold that connection. And then from here, all I want you to do is let your feet be just a teeny bit light on the ball. So just let the ball pop up under your toes for your feet. And then slowly just let your feet be heavy. So as your feet get light, your back kind of wants to arch, right? We're not going to let that happen. We want to just feel our low abs connect as your feet get lighter. And then slowly let your feet be heavy. So instead of just going like, we're going to keep our body totally still, let your feet be that little bit lighter. It's just those low abs working. Slow, let your feet be heavy. 2 more just like that. Try to exhale as your feet get lighter. And inhale down. And then 1 more exhale, feel that little bit light and then stay. So keep your inner thighs right together. From here, you're just going to roll the ball away just a few inches to start. Keeping your feet that little bit light, keeping those inner thighs together, and then pull right back in. So if you start to feel your back as you roll your legs away, either don't roll as far or let your feet be just a little bit heavier on top of the ball. All right, go for a few more like that. Exhale, you can start to go a little bit further if you're not feeling your back or anything. As you roll the ball away, your feet are that little bit light. You're not working through your upper back, your neck, or your lumbar spine. And in. Last 2. Back. And then go 1 more. Roll all the way that little bit. Pull back in. And then stay. Get your feet that little bit heavy. Okay, so that's all low abs. Let's add a little bit of upper abs to this. Okay. Hands behind your head, tuck your chin, curl up to flexion, holding at the top. So now you're looking down towards your thighs, stay curled forward. Now let your feet be a little bit light. So now you got low abs, you got upper abs. From here, you're gonna roll all the way again. As you pull it back in, you pull your upper body up an extra little inch. So remember, it doesn't matter how far out you go with your legs. You want to try to keep those low abs working as you reach away. And as you pull in, curl up that little bit in your neutral. Now let's think about lengthening as you roll away. So reach the top of your head away from your toes, and then exhale. Go for 4 like that. Just nice and slow, lengthening back. Exhale. And lengthen back. This is work the whole way back. And it's work the whole way up. Last 2. Nice big breath, keeping those ribs tighter on the center and curl. Got it, 1 more. Remember, back is work. Don't just take a break when you go back, right? This is work. Come on up, stay right there. Let your feet be heavy. Lower your upper body all the way down. All right, pop that ball off to the side. Feet just about hip distance apart. Make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips. All right, so from here, we're going to start with a little pelvic tilt. So you're going to rock your pelvis back, pressing your low back down towards the mat, and then rock your pelvis away from you. So try not to move your whole body here. You don't need to get into your mid back. Think about really isolating your pelvis. So you rock your pelvis towards you, your tailbone lifts a little bit. You rock your pelvis away from you, tailbone gets a little bit heavy. Rock your pelvis towards you, and away. And then go one more. Walk that pelvis towards you. Hold when you're there. Now begin pressing into your heels. Lift your tailbone up. You're gonna reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Knees are reaching away from the top of your head. Slowly roll back down. So articulating through that spine, one vertebrae at a time. Right back down to neutral. Hold when you're there. Do that again. Start the same way. So rock that pelvis back. Belly button pulls into your spine. Press through your heels with those hips. Nice deep breath again. Ribs are still tight around your center as you roll down. Really think of each vertebrae touching down one at a time, all the way till that tailbone touches. And then one more. Belly button towards your spine. Exhale. Press lift those hips nice and high, and then stay there. So from here, grab hold of those weights. Let's reach our right arm straight up to the ceiling. Left arm straight up, and then stay there. So shoulder blades are flat against the mat. Collarbones are nice and wide. Just your right arm, open it wide to the side, keep your left shoulder blade heavy, and then press that right arm back up. Left arm opens, right shoulder blade stays heavy, and press back up. So notice if your weight shifts in your hips, in your feet, or if you're able to keep your body nice and symmetrical, it's just those arms doing different things, nothing else changes. Open with control, exhale, press through your heels as you come back up. Open with control, exhale, press through those heels to keep those glutes engaged. One more each way. Exhale and up. One more left, let's go wide. Exhale, press right up. Staying there. Now from here, you're gonna drop your hips. They're almost gonna touch the mat. Your tailbone and your ribs come down in one piece, and then lift those hips back up. So now drop your hips, open your arms wide, and then exhale, press, reach. Shoulder blades stay nice and flat against the mat. You're gonna go 5 like that. Inhale down, exhale. And 4, controlling down and press. 3. Exhale, press. Last 2. Ready, one more. Wide. Exhale, press all the way up. Hold when you're at the top. Now from here, reach those arms overhead. Hold them when they're back there. Ribs are still tight around your center. Roll all the way down. Come to neutral, and then reach those arms back up. Let's do the same thing again. So you're gonna roll back up. Hold at the top. Arms reach overhead. Now roll down. Feel your fingertips and those weights reaching away from your knees as you roll down back to neutral, and arms up. Again, roll. We've got 2 more of these. Holding. Reach those arms. Keep your knees reaching. As you roll, feel that oppositional pull in your body. Your hands, your fingertips are reaching away from those knees. And up, last one like this, roll all the way up. Nice deep breath. Arms reach, ribs don't lift, slowly rolling down all the way. And then arms up to the ceiling and stay there. Okay, so keep those collarbones wide, those shoulder blades flat against the mat. You're gonna press through your heels, lift your hips up in one piece, and stay. So nice even pressure into the inside and outside of your feet. Let's give a little bit of extra pressure into our left heel and left big toe as you lift your right heel. All right, so just lift your heel to start. Stay right there. So feel that your collarbones are wide, your shoulder blades are still nice and flat against the mat, and then pop that right leg up to tabletop. So if this doesn't feel good, or if it's your first class, I would keep your toes down and just repeat that same thing we're gonna do. If not, bring your leg up here. All right, from here, drop your hips down low, and then press straight back up. So as you drop your hips down low, your waistline stays long. Your left knee stays pointing straight forward. It's not gonna fall in, it's not gonna fall out. Your tailbone and your ribs come down together. If you've got all those things working, let's add some arms for 4 more. Arms, 5, exhale, press. Arms overhead. Exhale, press. Arms wide. Exhale, up. Arms overhead. Exhale, up. Hold at the top. Pop your right toes down all the way. Roll all the way back to the mat. Take a deep breath. Holding there. We're gonna go for the same thing, other side. So even weighting the inside and outside of your feet as you press through your heels, lift those hips. stay up there. So now a little extra press through your right heel and right big toe, lift your left heel. So just hold there. You can do it, that whole thing from here. If you want that extra bit of a challenge, pop your left knee up to tabletop. Hold when you're there. So let's start just with those hips. We'll add the arms after, and then exhale, press. Remember your hips stay level. That right knee stays reaching straight up. Doesn't fall in or out. Nice long waist lines on both sides. Really control the movement. Slow and control down. Keeping that right shoulder heavy. Add those arms if you want for your last four. Reach wide and press. Reach overhead. Exhale, press. Reach wide. Exhale up. Reach overhead. Exhale, press. Pop those left toes down all the way. Roll back down. Right to neutral. Lower those arms by your sides. Perfect. Okay. So from here, let's bring the hands back behind our head. So elbows hover off the mat. Again, tuck your chin a little bit, curl up to flexion, and then stay there. So tailbone is heavy. You've got that little space behind your lower back. Your head is really heavy in your head, so it's not that you're just kind of moving forward. You're kind of relaxed through the back of your neck, but you're looking towards your knees. Now from here, lift your heels. So you're just on your toes. Feel those low abs click on a little bit more. Bring your right leg to tabletop. And bring your left leg to tabletop. Okay, so keep your knees right above your hips unless you feel your back. If you feel your back, knees closer to your chest is totally fine. All right, this is going to be kind of where we want to work towards getting to. So holding that upper body forward, you're going to tap your right toes away. And then bring it back in. Same thing left. Exhale as you tap. Inhale back in. So exhale, feel your abs deepen. And in and then left. Tap. And back in. You're going to one way like this. Go left. Back up. Stay on that upper body. So you're going to lower your upper body slightly and then curl back up. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale curl. Control and up. Two more each way. Upward with low abs. All working together. Back. One more right. Exhale up. One more left. Exhale up. Holding there. Lower that right. Lower your left. Lower your upper body all the way down. And take a breath. Okay, from here, pop your ball under your right foot. Feet about hip distance apart. Again, you should be able to touch your left heel with your fingertips there. Palms face up. I'll give you an option for weights so you don't have to use this. So we're going to press into our left heel. Our hips are going to stay level. Our waistlines are going to stay long. Our ribs are going to stay tight around our center as we lift those hips. So holding up at the top. You got it? So a light-ish touch with your right foot on top of that ball there. You're going to reach your leg out, pull the ball away. And then you're going to pull the ball back in, keeping everything nice and symmetrical through your torso. Reach, and then pull back in. So as you're reaching, don't let your hips drop. Keep that left knee reaching away from the top of your head. Keep those waistlines long, ribs stay tight around your center. Constant pressure through your left heel so this left glute stays working. If you want a little bit extra, you can use your weights. You cannot use weights, you can reach your arms up. You can keep your arms down, that's totally fine. We're gonna add on here, so we're gonna go like this with our leg. We're gonna drop our hips down low, don't quite touch the mat. And then you're gonna lift as you pull back in. So if you want, you can add arms to that. Reach. Inhale down. Exhale, press to that left heel, left big toe up. Go 5 more. Inhale down, ribs stay tight around your center. Exhale, press. And 4. Feeling that left glute is the primary mover here. And 3. Exhale right up. Over 2. Control. Last one. Keep those hips nice and level. Exhale up, holding at the top. You ready? Drop your hips down and press up. Inhale, down. Exhale, press. 6 more. Slow and press. Light touch with that right foot. 4, exhale, up. Let's go for 3. Last 2, collarbones are wide. Last 1. Exhale, press. Slowly roll all the way down. Flip the ball over to your left foot. Make sure those feet, you can take a peek down at them. Make sure your feet are about the distance apart again. All right, so the first one, we can keep our arms down in that same direction. For the weights, if you want, keep your ribs tight around your center. Waistline along, pelvis is nice and level. Even weight on your shoulders as you press through your right heel and lift up. So for the first set, we're gonna keep our hips lifted, right? So that's an isometric hold for your right glute now. We'll fall away and then pull right back in. So inhale out, exhale. As you're moving that ball away, nothing changes in your pelvis, right? Nothing changes in your waistlines. Think about your right knee a little bit as well. Is it falling out? Is it falling in? Should stay nice and parallel. You're reaching your knee away from the top of your head. Go 2 more like this. Keep those hips nice and high. And then 1 more reach. Pull back in and stay. You know, add weights if you want, add just arms or just stay as you were. From here, you're gonna lower your hips as you roll the ball away. Have those arms overhead if you want, and then press everything back up. So inhale out, slow and controlled. Exhale, press. 6 like this. Exhale up. Feel your waistlines are staying long. You're getting to that highest point with that hip lift each time. Get right up there. 4 more. Exhale. 3. Long. Exhale, lift. Last 2. Exhale. Up. You ready? 1 more. We'll reach in, move long. Exhale. Up. Hold at the top. Stay there. So now don't move the ball. Keep your left toes light on it. Lower your hips together. And then press them straight up. So add those arms if you want. Reach wide. Exhale, press. Feel those collarbones staying wide even as you press your arms back up. Those 6. Exhale, press. Right inner thigh still squeezing towards your midline. Left foot stays light. 4 more. Exhale. 3. Exhale. Last 2. Exhale. Last 1. Exhale. Press, hold, roll all the way down. Pop the weights off to the side. Grab the ball. You're gonna hold the ball in your hands now. Reach your legs away from you. Reach your legs down. Reach your arms up. So just have a nice little stretch out there. Feel your fingertips reaching away from your toes. Now think about what's happening with your ribs here. If we're just kind of stretching, we might be letting our ribs go. If not, or if you are doing that, think about pulling your ribs down towards your hips a little bit. So let's do that together. Arms are gonna come back up to the ceiling. Now as you reach your arms overhead, think of your ribs at the front of those ribs kind of drawing down towards your hips. Don't let them lift. So ribs stay tight around your center. Your ribs are the exact same with your arms overhead as they are when your arms are up to the ceiling. Which more like that, just those arms reaching, feeling that length through your waistlines. Go 1 more like that. You're gonna reach your arms back overhead. Now as you come up with your arms, you're gonna tuck your chin. We're gonna do full roll-ups here. So arms up, tuck your chin, reach your toes away from the top of your head, and then reaching your hands up to those toes. Stack up nice and tall, take a breath, and then roll back. So starting with those low abs, roll that pelvis back, bring your ribs back, bring your shoulders back, reach those arms overhead. All right, we can add on, you can keep both legs down, or you can add on as I'm going to do here. So tuck your chin, bring your right leg up to a tabletop. Stay there, so you'll see in that little swoop if you're lifting 1 leg. roll all the way down. As your mid-back touches, you can lower your leg, reach those arms overhead. Let's do the same thing, left, tuck that chin, left up, with your right reaching, hold when you're there, take a nice deep breath, reach those arms up as you roll down, keeping your weight, keep it on those hips, reach that left leg away, arms overhead. Let's do that again, we're gonna alternate again, tuck that chin. Left leg is reaching as your right comes up, nice deep breath, slowly reaching that leg, lower your upper body, reaching by that leg. Let's go left again. Rolling left feet up. See that little scoop, roll right back. Those right toes reaching as you roll all the way down. You can keep alternating or keep both legs down, or try to let go of legs, tuck your chin, curling up. Holding when you're there, you can also be here, you can here, whatever feels good. From here, let's roll back, belly button towards your spine, reach those legs, reach those arms. Maybe do one more like that. Tuck your chin, curl, squeeze those inner thighs to lift your legs, take a nice deep breath. Hold there, and then lower your right, lower your left, and come all the way up to seated. So take a breath, grab your ball, it's gonna go below or behind your tail and neck. You're right in the side. You can find, I like that. Oh, you're good. Okay, so sit nice and tall, reach those arms, forward, shoulders away from your ears. So you're stacked right up, head, shoulders, ribs, hips. We're gonna start by rolling our hips back first, right? So belly button towards your spine as you roll back. Think of your lumbar spine just pressing down towards the wall. Take a nice breath, we're gonna go arms up for 4. And slow, bring that head back, so it's one with your spine. 3, slow, exhale, 2, and slow. 1 more, let's go right up. Hold there, again, use your abs, so you come all the way back to seated, and arms down. You can add weights if you want, a bit too. Exhale, scoop back, belly button, spine rolling. Holding there, and you're gonna go right arm wide to the side, so holding out there, feeling your weight is staying even on your hips, and then bring that right arm back in. Let's go left, exhale out, and inhale in. Let's go right again, you're gonna open out, even weight on your hips, long waistline, so left. And now let's add a little rotation, so right arm out to the side, then add a reach back, so reach way back. And then bring that right arm back through center. Stay in that little scoop, left arm wide, no change in your body, and then reach back, that extra reach. All the way back through center. Good, do that again to the right. Open, twist, reach. All the way back through center. 1 more left. Open, twist, reach. All the way back through center. Come right back up to seated and stay. Okay. Pop that ball off to the side. Make your legs back up in front of you. Okay, we're here. Sitting tall. Let's roll right back again. So you're gonna roll, roll, roll. All the way. Reach those arms way up overhead. And then let's roll onto our left sides. So left sides, we're gonna have our legs both straight out underneath us. So your left hand, your left ear, your left hip, and your left ankle are all in line, approximately. Left ribs are a little bit lifted off the mat. And then you can have your right hand in front of you for a little bit of stability. I'll give you an extra challenge up from there, but start with it in front of you maybe. Knees both should be pointing straight forward. You can feel your left knee definitely wants to point down. Try and keep both knees really nice and parallel. Pointing forward, you're going to just start with your right leg, lift it up to about hip height. Hold when you're there. Now squeeze your bottom leg up to meet it, and then lower your legs together. So just a little up, up, down. You're going to lift bottom, and then lower together. Exhale, up and up. Lower together. So go for 1 more. Up, squeeze, slowly lowering down. As you're doing this, don't worry about how high you're going at all. It's really about length. You're reaching away. Toes are reaching away from the top of your head. Last one, up, squeeze up. Now come down just to a hover and stay. So you're going to inch off the mat. Can you have a lighter touch with your right hand on the mat? You can bring your hand up to your hip, maybe, whatever feels good. Lift your legs back up. So now you're like a mermaid. You're lifting your legs together. You're lowering your legs together to a hover. Exhale up and inhale, control. Your neck is nice and relaxed. Your left side of your head is nice and heavy on your left arm. Got 5. And slow and controlled lower. 4, reaching as you lift, reaching as you lower. 4 more. And down. Let's go for 3. Exhale up, inhale down. Last 2. Exhale and down. Last 1. Exhale up, holding when you get to the top. So keep your legs that little bit lifted. Bring your bottom leg forward 2 inches, top leg back 2 inches, just a little scissor. Bring them back together and then switch the other way. Exhale, scissor, and scissor. So trying to stay as steady as you can as you move those legs. Moving them farther apart is not the goal, just a few inches apart. Scissor, and back. So tons of left inner thigh, right glute, right obliques as well, right? Do you feel those guys keeping you steady? 2 more. Last 1, scissor and have your bottom leg forward those couple of inches. Stay right there. Reach the top of your head away from your toes. Stay when you're there. And then lift up 2 inches. Hold and down 2. So exhale, abs deepen, both legs up an inch. Both legs down an inch. Go 6. And down. Notice if you're gripping through your neck. Try to keep it relaxed. 4. And down, exhale, 3, straight up. Inhale, down, exhale, 2, straight up. And down, exhale, 1, straight up. Hold there, squeeze your legs together, and then lower all the way down. Really good, guys. Okay, keep your legs where they are. You're gonna bring your left elbow underneath your left shoulder. So wiggle in a little bit. So you can either do this, we're gonna come into a little side plank lift. You can either do this with your legs straight. If you want, you can bend your legs and do like a kneeling plank. But if you're gonna do this, try and keep your legs stacked, all right? Or yeah, your legs stacked and your feet stacked. Left elbow must be right underneath your left shoulder. So now instead of working those right obliques, we're coming into our left obliques a little bit. Top of your head reaches away from your feet. Let's lift up. Hold when you're up there. Take a nice breath and reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Really feel that reach. Right arm lifts up, right hip is lifting up to the ceiling. Slowly lower back down. Ready? We're gonna do it again. Exhale, press through that left elbow that little bit. Pick up those hips. Inhale, slowly lower back down. So it's work to lift, it's work to lower. Go for 4. Slow and control, keep that right hip lifted. And 3. Top of your head reaches from those feet. Slowly right down. Left shoulder stays away from your left ear. Last 2. Slowly come on down. You ready? Last one, we're gonna stay. Exhale up. Pull right at the top. From here, don't let your hips move. Just bring your right arm down so it's level with your shoulder. And then lift it right back up. Lower. And lift. Keep those hips lifting. Lower. Got 4. Control. And up. Keep that left hip lifting. 3. Last 2. Down. And up. Ready, 1 more. Control. And up, lower those hips nice and slow and control. And come all the way down. Okay, now lie on your left arm. Last little bit. You're gonna bend your knees to 90-degree angle. So now it's a little bit to our side with there. Your right or left obliques, you should feel both those waistlines. So both those waistlines are gonna be working right now, keeping your body still as you work this little outer glute. So you're gonna lift your right leg up, just take it tight and hold when you're there. You should feel that little glute knee click on. It's not a rotation, it's not an external rotation, it's just literally a lift. So up and then lower to a hover. Do that again. Exhale up Hip tight, lower to a hover. And down. So think about those left obliques that we just found. Are they still lifting away from the mat that little bit? They should be. Your right oblique line is nice and long. Go 4 and control. Exhale. 3. Control. Exhale 2. Keeping that neutral spine. Control. Last one. Exhale up. Now stay at about hip height. From here, circle your leg around. Like you have a pencil right at the end of your kneecap there, and you're drawing circles with that pencil. Go for 4 little circles. 3 low abs are keeping your pelvis nice and still. 2. Last one, hold, other way. 6. 5, little circle. 4, little circle. 3. Last 2. Last one, hold at the high point of your circle. Stay there, go up 1 more inch. Straight up an inch and down an inch. Straight up an inch and down an inch. Left ribs are still lifting. Teeny little lift. You've got 5. Control down. 4. Remember, lift, pause. Control down. 3 more. Lift, pause. Control down. Last 2. And down. Last one. Little lift. Lower it all the way. And take a little breath. Okay. Give your right foot a little stretch out. Right foot in front of your left knee. Stretch. Let those waist arms a little stretch out. So we're going to be working locally in your spine again. Next couple of breaths there. Okay. So when you're ready, let's flip right on over. So same set on the other side. So start with your legs straight up underneath you. Remember, you're lying on your right arm there. So right fingertips kind of reaching away from your right toes. Nice long waistline. So your right ribs are staying that little bit lifted. Your toes, your legs are really constantly reaching. You want to try and keep both kneecaps pointing forward. It's going to be much different if your right knee points down. It's easier to balance that way. So try to keep it lifted a little bit. All right, and then start with your left hand in front of you. Don't worry too much about bringing your arm up unless you feel really steady, all right? So lift that left leg up just about hip height. Squeeze your right up to meet it. So knees are both pointing forward, and then lower with control. That again, so you're up, and you're lowering with control. So exhale, lift, squeeze up, lower with control. Exhale, up, and up, lower with control. So even here, can you feel how your right obliques are staying a little bit lifted? Your right waistline is like a little lifted off your mat. Up, and lower with control. Go 3 more. Up, squeeze, lower with control. That's, do you want to lie on your ball? That looks like a turtle fish for your neck. Yeah. Or your sweater or something? Yeah. Last one. Up. Squeeze. Now lower just to a hover. And then come back up. So legs together. Now you're that mermaid. Inhale as you come down. And then exhale as you lift. So remember, the lightest touch you can have with those hands, you can try from your head up if you want. Try to keep both knees pointing forward, and remember your inner thighs are squeezing together the whole time. Control, exhale up. Inhale, control. More. Notice if you rip into your neck, try to keep that nice and relaxed, looking down. With that. You ready? One more. Exhale, squeeze those legs up, stay. So you should feel your left obliques right now, yeah? And we're gonna really end. So you're gonna scissor, bring your bottom leg forward, top leg back, and then bring them together and switch. Exhale, switch, back together and switch.
So as you're switching, you're trying to keep those hips nice and stacked. Keep those legs nice and high. They want to drop down, right? Go 4. And back. Go for 3. And back. Last 2. Scissor. And back. Last one, bring that bottom leg forward and stay. Holding there, reach those toes away from the top of your head. A little more, lift those legs an inch and lower them an inch. So right now, your right ribs probably want to press down. Don't let them, even if it means you're not lifting your legs as high, it doesn't matter. Go 5, little squeeze and down. 4, exhale, little squeeze and down. 3, control. Last 2. Control, last 1, exhale, squeeze them up, stay, legs together, and then lower all the way down. So we're gonna come into those side planks. You can either keep your feet stacked or you can do those kneeling side planks. Try your knees in line with your body, so just kind of bend your legs behind you around your knees, all right? And wiggle your right elbow underneath your right shoulder. So from there, let's just lift, keep those hips stacked, really feel that right hip lifting. Add that arm so you're way up there, and then slowly keep working as you lower down. Don't just drop down, controlling all the way. Take a breath at the bottom, and then exhale. Start from that waistline. Exhale, take it right up. Reach. Slow and control down. So as you're lifting, think about your spine. Feel the top of your head reaching away from your knees or your feet. Keep that length. Right ribs stay lifted, slowly right down. You've got 4 more. Exhale. Nice and lifted. Very good. Everybody. Slow as we come down. And 3. Right shoulder stays away from your right ear. Slowly right down. Last 2. Ready for a hold? Last 1, exhale, holding there, keep that right hip nice and lifted, lower that arm for 8, and up, 7, don't let that hip drop, over 6, slow, and up, 5 more, control, and up, very good, 4, long necks, 3, last 2, down, and up, last 1, control, lower all the way. And then bend your legs. So your legs are going to be at 90-degree angles now. So knees in line with your hips. Keep those waistlines nice and long. All right, tailbone is back in line with your head. Ribs are still tight around your center. Now lift that lefty up. So hold when you're up at about hip height. Remember, you want to keep your knee and foot in the same line. So you don't want to be here or here. Slowly lower your leg to a hover. And then exhale. Control. Inhale down. So feeling that glute meet, that side of your left glute as you lift. Keep it working as you lower, right? It's not just that you're working here and then you're letting your leg drop with gravity. Resist that pull from gravity. Control. 4 more. Pause. Control. Exhale. 3. Pause. Control. 2 more. Down. Last 1. Exhale up. Stay. Now draw circles with that knee. Also think about your femur circling in your hip socket there. Just smooth little circles. Your core is working to keep your pelvis nice and still. You don't need to be big circles. Think about that pelvis staying steady for 4, 3. Exhale. 2. And 1 other way. Smooth little circles. Go 6. All the way for 5. 3. 2. Last one, hold at the top. Ready? 1 more inch up. Hold. 1 inch down. Just exhale up. Inhale down. Keep that left foot nice and relaxed. Keep those waistlines long, those right ribs should stay that little bit lifted. 4, control, exhale. 3, control long waistlines, tail is back, you're still neutral. Last one, up, and then lower all the way down. All right, let's do our left glute, that little stretch out. So left foot in front of your right knee, tuck behind that right knee now. Let's take 2 more nice deep breaths here. And then, let's roll on up. You're gonna come to a 4-point kneel. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Ribs are tighter at your center, so you can really feel those obliques. You're not letting everything go there, but you're not tucked this way, right? Okay, so from here, we're just gonna start with our right leg. So before you move your right leg, kind of anticipate what's gonna happen. Don't kind of anticipate, actually anticipate what's gonna happen. So your weight is gonna wanna shift to the left. So we wanna press our left knee into the mat to counteract that. So our left knee pressing down will help to engage our left outer glute and left obliques. You feel that even before you move. Left knee presses down, left glute, left obliques start working. Now kick your right leg straight out. So right leg is back, really reach through your toes, lengthen that whole right side of your body. Do a check right now before we even start moving. Is your left knee under your left hip? If not, kind of move yourself into position. Now from here, bring your left hand onto your left hand. If that feels terrible, you feel really unsteady, keep your left hand down. All right, so from here, you're just gonna bend that right knee in and then kick it straight out. So as you bend your right knee in, nothing else changes in your body. Your waistlines are staying long. The top of your head is reaching away from your tail, and then it's reaching away from those right toes. Inhale for 4. Exhale as you reach. So for those exhales, every single time I'm thinking about pressing my left knee into the mat to keep that left side engaged. Feels like the focus is the right side, right? Last 2. And last one, let's reach it out. Stay when you're out there. Now from here, all I want you to do is circle this leg around. Just smooth little circles. They don't need to be big. As you're circling, are you reaching? You've got 4. What about that left knee? Is it still pressing down? 3. Over 2. Last one, other way. Keep reaching, keep pressing through that left knee. 3, circle. 2, circle 1, and then bend that right leg in. Sit back to a little shelf stretch. It changes if you press into that knee, doesn't it? It's a little swing around with that legs. Yeah, really. It's so much more intense. Okay. Those guys are a little shake. Come back up. Left elbow down. Sadly, we're gonna still do this right side. So that means it's gonna be your left. We're gonna move our right leg, but that means it's still gonna be your left outer glute, left obliques, right? So again, if we move our right leg, let's think about that left knee pressing down. Extend your right leg out and then lift it up. You know, laterally rotate your right leg. So your right knee points to the right side without just completely lifting your right hip. Right, pressing into your left knee, you're going to bend your right knee in towards your right underarm or right elbow, and then kick that leg out and squeeze it up high. So as you bend your right leg, and you could shorten this right waistline, don't do that. Let's just keep it long. So keep neutral, bend that right knee in, waistline stay long, and then exhale, kick back and squeeze up. So tons of room for movement with our upper body. I don't want you to do any of that. Try and stay nice and still. So as your right leg bends in, you're pressing into your left knee, so you don't just move your body to the slow bend it in, exhale, kick and squeeze up. Go 4 more, slow, exhale, kick and squeeze. 3, in and squeeze. Last 2, kick, squeeze up. Last 1, kick, squeeze up, and then bend that leg right in. Back to the shelf stretch again. The shoulders will roll out. Okay, so now we're going to be moving our left leg, but it's really going to be tons of right, obliques, right, oblique, right. So hands under your shoulders again. So before we move our left leg, really make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Makes a big difference. So before we move our left leg, let's think about our right. So press your right knee into the mat, feel your right obliques and right outer glute engage, and then kick your left leg out. And lift it up. Do that check. Is your right knee still under your right hip? It should be. If you want, bring your right hand onto your right hip, lengthen that spine, and just tap that left knee in, and then kick straight out. So watching your left elbow slow as you bend in. Don't just walk that left elbow. Exhale, press. So just a reminder, like we said on the other side, each time you kick your left leg out, press into your right knee a little. In with control. Reach left toes away from the top of your head as you press into your right knee. Low. 3 more. Last 2. As deep as you kick out. Last 1. Exhale, press, reach. Stay there now. Circle that leg. And that just move little circles. Nothing else in your body moves. Exhale. 4. Right knee stays pressed into the mat. 3, 2. Hold. Other way. Smooth little circles. 1 more. Exhale. Keep reaching. 3. Keep pressing that right knee down. 2. Last 1, and then bring that leg in and down. Sit back to that shelf stretch. This nice shape out. Are you ready? Let's come back up. Hands under those shoulders again, knees under your hips. So you're going to bring your right elbow down. So right elbow, pretty much underneath your right shoulder. Reach your hand across. Your weight doesn't all shift to the right though. Remember, right knee stays pressed into the mat. Kick your left knee out. Lift it up. Press into that right knee a little bit more. Now laterally rotate your left leg without totally turning out your head. So you laterally rotate that leg and bring your left knee in towards your left underarm. And then kick back out and squeeze it up. So when you bend your left knee in, think about your left inner thigh pointing straight, like being parallel with the ground. So your leg should be nice and high, yeah. In, and then kick straight out with a little squeeze. In, left waistline stays long, out, and squeeze your pelvis is neutral the whole time. Slow in, exhale back, and squeeze. 4 more. In, exhale back, and squeeze. Good. 3. Back, squeeze up. Last 2. Last 1. And squeeze, and then bend that leg in. Sit back to that shelf stretch. The good news is the torture is almost over. I don't know how that happened, but give those wrists a nice little shake. Let's walk our hands over to the right side of our mat. So really reach out with your left fingertips. Give that left side of your body a nice stretch out. So think about your left fingertips kind of reaching away from your left Table, left side of your table. And then walk those hands back through center and then all the way over to the left side of your mat. Right fingertips reach away from your right hip over the right side of your table there. Feel that nice stretch through the right side of your body. Walk those hands back through center. Hands back under your shoulders, knees back under your hips. You're gonna do a little cat cow, so drop your tail, scoop those abs, rounding, looking into your knees. Take a nice breath out, really rounding, dropping that head. And then slowly come all the way out of it. Back, you can let your ribs drop a little bit. Take a nice breath. As you come back to that cow, start with your tail. So drop your tail first, scoop those abs up so you're really rounding through your lumbar spine. And through your thoracic, then so go all the way until that head drops like and this time as you come out of it, keep your roundness in your lumbar spine. Start with your head, so bring your cervical spine to neutral first. Then let those shoulder blades come back to neutral. Then let that tail come back to neutral. Go one more like that. Drop that tail. Upper body's neutral as you start scooping your lumbar spine and line as your head drops. Nice deep breath there. All the way out of it. So keeping your lumbar spine. Start with your head and your neck. Up between those shoulders. All the way back until you're neutral. All right, so from here, kick your right leg out, really reach for your right heel. And then kick your left leg out. You can be about hip distance apart. So holding there, the top of your head is reaching away from your heels. Now press your heels way back. So like over flexing your feet. And then come up onto your toes and let your weight shift forward. So your shoulders will be up on your wrists. And then press back, so reaching way back through your heels. Shoulders can be behind your wrist, maybe right on top, depending on mobility. Let's come forward again. Do two more like that. Press through those heels right back. Keeping those ribs nice and tight around your center. Forward. Do the same thing on your elbows if that bothers your wrist at all. Press like that. And then just come to neutral there. You're going to step your right foot in between your hands. You're going to do a little lunge there. So you can drop your left knee down. That feels good. There. Feeling your left hip flexor, having a little bit of a stretch out. Right heel, approximately your right knee there. Let's add a little twist to this. So step your left hand down and then reach your right arm up to the ceiling. If that feels good, you can just twist from there with your hand down. Nice couple of breaths there. Step that right hand down. And then turn your right leg out. As far as that feels good. Right hip. You let that leg turn out. Again, let the weight of your body move in the stretch for you. And then walk those hands back under your shoulders. Curl your left toes under. Stick your left foot back. Holding you back here. So you're going to stay in this plank, reach the top of your head away from your heels. Keep your hips nice and high. You're just going to drop your right knee. Drop your right knee down that little bit. Almost touch the mat, but keep your hips high. And then press out through your heel. Do the same thing left. So hips stay level, top of your head is reaching from those heels. And switch again, right down. And back, and then left. Down, exhale, abs deepen. Press, ready? Let's do both knees. Drop them down that little bit, keep your hips high. And press. Knees down that little bit. Exhale, reach. One more, knees. Exhale, press, and then step that left knee forward. There. Here. Here, that feels good. Letting that right flexor have a little stretch out there. Right hand steps down, left arm will reach up to the ceiling for a little stretch out. Really reach fingertips away from fingertips. And then pop that hand down, turn your left leg out and then come down that little. There. Two more nice deep breaths here, guys. And then walk those hands back under your shoulders. Curl your right toes under. Step your left foot back. And then just tuck your chin.
Press yourself back to downward dog. Stretch it. Drop those heels nice and low, lifting your tail up nice and high. And then lift those heels up. Heels drop low. And then bend your right knee, press your left heel in. Go up and then switch. Step and go down, walk those hands into your feet one at a time. Hang in that forward fold, a little shake up with your head and your shoulders. And then you're ready, just pull yourself right. Nice work, guys. You're good?
Happy weekend, everybody. No. What? Oh my gosh. What is happening?